Hello guys, I welcome to all of you in this video lecture, and today we will discuss two important problems related to the repeated limit and repeated function and the simultaneous limit. So here the first problem is that we have to prove that the repeated limit of function fxy is equal to uh, fxy is equal to xy upon x square plus y square xy whole upon x square plus y square. Its both repeated limit exist and are equal, but its simultaneous limit does not exist at the origin. Origin means at 0 0. We have to prove this one. So first of all, we have given a function of two variable, that is f of xy, and this is xy upon x square upon plus y square. So to find the first repeated limit, we will construct a function phi x, which is obtained by taking limit y tends to b is here 0. So we take limit y tends to 0 of fxy. So what we will do, we will put in place of y 0, so it becomes 0 value. Again we will find limit x tends to a is again 0, so it becomes phi of x is equal to, this is 0, because the 0 does not depend on the value of function small x. So this is equal to limit x tends to 0, limit y tends to 0 of fxy, and this is called lambda. Similarly, we can find the lambda dash, that is second repeated limit. For this we will find phi y, and phi y is obtained by taking limit phi dash, you can say it, or you can take it different from phi, suppose psi. So we are taking it psi y is equal to limit x tends to 0 function of xy, and this is equal to x square upon y square. Now we will put in place of x 0, it again becomes 0, and taking limit y tends to 0, y tends to 0 in psi of y, we get this is also equal to 0, and this is equal to the value of limit x tends to 0, limit y tends to 0 f of xy, and we call it, this is lambda dash. So here we can see that the lambda is equal to lambda dash is equal to 0. So both the repeated limits exist and are equal Now we prove that repeated limit exists but simultaneous limit does not exist. For simultaneous limit, actually, in case of one variable, as we know that if we want to move towards a point x is equal to a, we have only two directions. First is the right hand direction and the second one is left hand direction, and we say the function fx has a limit small l at a point x is equal to a if its left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. But in case of two variable, because in case of one variable the domain is one dimension, but in case of two or more than two variable, if we want to move, suppose we are taking function of two variable and we want to move towards the point a comma b, So we have infinite directions. We can move towards a comma b along this line, we can also move along this line, and in this way we can move towards the point a comma b through the different path, or we can say from the infinite path. If along each path the limit of x comma y of fxy are equal, suppose L, then we call this L is a simultaneous limit, or simply a double limit, simultaneous limit of fxy. If the value of limit of the function depends on the path, then we say, that is, if the value of function limit fxy at point a comma b is depend on the path, then we say the simultaneous limit does not exist. For example, here fxy is equal to xy upon x square plus y square, and we want to find the limit of this function at origin, and we know that we can move through the point origin towards the point origin through the different path. So what we will do here, we take a path y is equal to mx, and as x tends to 0, we see here y is also tends to 0, because when x will be tends to 0, then mx also tends to 0, that means y is also tends to 0. So that means this point, when x goes to 0, y is also goes to 0 along this path. And if we take the different values of m, suppose if we take m is equal to 1, then we get the path y is equal to x. If we take m is equal to -1, then we get the path this one. And for different values of small m, we can get the different path. Different path. So now we will check along all these paths, is the limit of function is same. For this, what we will do here, we put in place of y mx. So we take limit x y tends to 0 0 fxy is equal to limit, in place of y we will using mx, so it become x, in place of y we are using mx, and similarly x square plus in place of y square we will use mx whole square. And because now it become only function of x, so we will use only the limit x tends to 0 here. Now taking limit x tends to 0, it become m into x square upon x square 1 plus m square. This is equal to, we can cancel out x square by x square, and limit x tends to 0, it is 1 upon 1 plus m square. Now the value of limit depends on the value of small m. Suppose if we